This is four guys in a car in a 2013 Volkswagen Golf Wagon TDI.
I love it.
I also love it.
Michael?
It's okay. I don't know. I like driving it, but I wouldn't really want to own one necessarily.
Why? Because it's the perfect car for the city with a family, except for the B-Class, which is the only one that's better?
No, it's just because Volkswagen builds really nice cars that you fall in love with, and then, generally speaking, owners find problems, as they do with every car, but with Volkswagens, it's typically just more problems, and parts cost more money, and, you know, after the end of the ownership period, you're kind of in the hole a little bit.
So it's a reliability thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I could just put my own money down on a Volkswagen.
Volkswagens hold their residual value very well compared to competitors. So when it does come time to sell, you'll probably get a little bit more for it than you would with something else.
So with this vehicle, it is outfitted with the TDI motor. And the TDI is it's a brilliant piece of kit. The first time I ever really fell in love with a Golf that had a TDI is when I drove from Toronto to Chicago on a single tank of gas.
Oh my God.
And I got better than the range that was noted in the manual. And basically, you know, it's not a loud, awful, clunky diesel. It is a very refined diesel. It has lots of torque, which means, you know, merging into highways and whatnot, you've got lots of pull. So it's not a sporty engine, but it's got the grunt, you know, that allows you to drive sort of, you know, quickly and effectively. And it's just so good on gas. And, you know, the overall packaging of the vehicle is very simple and very focused. It's utilitarian, but it's nice to drive. It's, you know, it has nice materials and it's well built.
I think some big items for me, at least, the infotainment system or whatever they call it isn't all that great. It's simple. It looks okay, but ultimately doesn't function all that well. The stereo is kind of lame, especially at high volumes. The car doesn't look that great. I'm not a fan of this big sunroof, and I really don't like how to get the diesel you need to load up this car with a lot of options. And then there is the extra price. This thing is what, $33,000? So, I mean, yes, with a wagon you do get a little bit of extra space over something like a 5-door Hyundai Elantra GT or the new Kia Forte or even the Ford Focus hatchback. You know, those will give you probably about 80 to 85% of the capability of this car in terms of space, interior space, but they cost a lot less to buy.
Actually, all of that's incorrect. This car without the TDI motor starts at $22,000, which makes it the only affordable wagon left on the market.
So here's the question, would you buy that $22,000 base model?
No, I would probably actually buy the one-up, the $24,000 one with the manual and be very, very happy for the next 10 to 12 years.
So you can get a fully loaded Hyundai Elantra for that?
Yep. I would still choose this.
Well,
there's two things that are really special about this car, and you know, Mike talked about the engine, how it's diesel. The other thing that's kind of great about this car that we sort of talked about is how it's a wagon. I mean, this is an honest to good, it's not a hatchback, it's a wagon. It's pretty much the only affordable wagon left on the market. Like, and excuse me for a moment because I'm getting a bit sentimental, but I grew up with wagons and my family grew up with wagons, and it's like that was the car for all my friends. Everybody had wagons, and now you can't get one. Now this is the only one left. To be honest, I think the car that comes closest to competing with the TDI wagon is actually the Prius V, the Toyota hybrid, with the larger hatchback, because it's got the fuel economy, it's got some almost as much space. The thing that for me makes the Golf so much better is that it's just, again, the interior feels better and it drives better, much better.